So this project, I was invited to join after I left Luca Mining, and it was the reason I came into this project. The same major shareholder of Luca asked me to come and run this company. It was a struggling company, wasn't making very much money, or actually losing money, and I joined the company about a year and a half ago. So Sierra Prieto, 100% owned in Sonora State, Mexico. Disclaimer, everyone's seen those. So here's the story. So, we kind of fashion ourselves as Mexican experts. I've been working in Mexico for 30 years. We have a big group behind us, the same group that's behind the Luca Mining story. And as I mentioned before, I was the founder of Luca Mining, spent 25 years working on that company. So we're focused 100% on this project now. 100% ownership, Sierra Prieto. It's a heap leach gold mine, small scale. We have a growth plan to double our output. It was very clear that this project was not going to make any money at 2,400 tons per day, so we had to double it. And to do that, we were just basically installing a second crushing circuit. And then we have brownfield exploration on the project as well. So we're mining now, where zones contiguous have to be drilled and will be brought into the mine plan. It's produced, 133,000 ounces in its history. And we're producing now at about 12,000 ounces annually, and we're going to double that up to 24,000 ounces. So there's a picture, crushing section, the mine in the background with a blast, and we're pushed back into a high-grade area on there. In the overview, 100% ownership, situated close to infrastructure, we're road accessible, we are on the grid for power. Mentioned that before. Our growth plan is to get this project up to 30,000 ounces annually. And that would be for a 5 or 6 year, because we want to bring releaching of the heap leach that's there now. I'll explain that in a minute. There's the Google map. So this is the structure running through. This is where all the historic mining came from there. A small pit up here in Puma. And we are now mining this Esperanza area, and there's 2 zones to the north of that, right in the structure. One has 15 drill holes in it, the other one hasn't been drilled. We expect to start drilling again mid to late March in order to bring those into the mine plan. And then we have a pit here that was mined. There's still more ore there at better prices. We can deepen these and get some more ore out. And then we have recent exploration success down in this area. We believe it's the same structure. This is very early, but we've trenched it. We've got good results coming in. We think we'll be able to get more additional feed there. This mine right now only has 1 year of mine life at the Esperanza, but we think there's 2 or 3 more there, and we think we can add more here. Just a quick picture of the crushing section. We'll skip over that. So here's the initiatives that we want to follow. Initiative 1, double production. We're almost there. We're like 2 months away from completing the construction of the second crushing circuit, and then we'll be able to process 4,500 plus tons per day. That should give us 12 million operating profit in the first year. And then initiative 2 is to initiate a re-leaching of the current leach pads. The recoveries here were low, 50 to 60% in the past. Recent metallurgical testing that I wanted to initiate was completed. Looks like we can get up to 75%. We're saying 70% on an industrial basis. Recoveries by crushing to 3/8 and adding more cyanide solution. So that should allow us to reprocess all of the existing tailings. There's 128,000 ounces of gold in there from our calculations. We should get a recovery of 35 to 40%. So that should add another 8 to 10,000 ounces a year for about 5 to 6 years, depending on the processing rate. And then initiative 3 is to explore the other areas I just outlined to you in the last map. That is the Esperanza zone we're mining now. We've actually taken that hill down to about this level now, and we're going to continue down. The other areas are just to the north that we'll be bringing into that mine plan with a little bit of drilling. So there shows you at 2,700 gold, 30-ounce silver, $52 million estimated total revenue for this year, and 1.3 million tons to the leach pads. and that should get us up to about 30,000 ounces annually. And that means the leach pads have to come into play as well. There's a picture of the heap leach pad and the recovery plant. So I mentioned this, 42,000 ounces of recoverable gold in those leach pads as our calculations. Estimated revenue, 112 million. Operating profit, 57 million for a 5.6-year mine life. Now, this is our internal calculations. We actually have it all being looked at by an engineering group now. We're expecting one more month that we should have that engineering report that outlines the path, the cost, and the economics of that re-leaching project. That's the new zones that we will be mining. I won't spend a lot of time on, but you can see very clearly, there's Esperanza, we've mined to there. Nuevo, 15 drill holes in it. No drill holes in Reina, which is this area here. So this is the mineralized zone. Very little doubt in my mind that that will be brought into the mine plan. So there is the new area we're exploring. We have 2 zones that we've outlined on surface. We've been trenching up in here, and we've been getting, our best one so far is 18 meters or 13 meters of 4.2 grams, which is low grade ore, but it's ore based on what we know in the northern production area. This is our capital structure. So we have almost 156 million shares issued. We have those warrants and options out there, fully diluted about 182. Market cap about $65 million right now. And we have about $10 million, $11 million worth of debt. Management, myself, CEO, long history in Mexican mining, former with Luca Mining for 25 years. Anthony Bellick, CFO. We have Corey, Blair, and Roberto. I'll let you look at those at your leisure. So time is getting short. Upcoming catalysts, so mine expansion drilling. So that should start to the end of March or earlier. Gold production growth, completing the crushing expansion circuit in the next 2 months to be able to process 20 or 4,500 plus tons per day onto the leach pads. An exploration expansion from the areas I showed you that should extend the life of this mine. We're looking at strategic acquisitions. We have the Pinos project that Eric was referring to. It's a bit of a complicated situation, but we will have that in the company probably in the next within the next month, and that's fully permitted PEA level small gold mine. It would be somewhere around 500 tons a day of high grade gold and silver. We have this outlier here. We have a legal suit under NAFTA for or being litigated pro bono by a group out of the United States and Canada. So there's a potential $60 million win for us. Again, it's a kind of a complicated thing to explain, but I can explain to you at the booth. So there is that potential upside there. And because it's been a pro bono thing, the legal group has a very high degree of confidence of success. So here, again, is the opportunity. Currently producing around 11,500 ounces of gold, aiming to increase to plus 30,000 ounces. Seasoned professional team leading this group, and complete the Pinos acquisition very shortly. And then we're going to leverage our expertise in Mexico to bring in additional projects as the company grows. So that's my presentation. Thank you.